Good, everyone. Good. Welcome to the S.H.O.P, the Social Hub of Positivity. We have a different type of show today because we're reflecting on what has been, in my opinion, and an opinion of lots of nice people, a really inspiring and just joyous, I'm going to use the word joyous, occasion. That was the Unlock Reset Festival, Chippenham, 27th of August, although we did do some gigs on the day before, the 30th of August 2021, in the year of COVID.
2021, you are a COVID festival.
COVID-free festival, hopefully. Anyway, I want to say a quick thank you, not only to all the artists that perform, because of course they are very important, but also to the venues, to Emery Gate, to Jack Frost and all the team here that helped us put on the S.H.O.P, April Barlow and what's Kirsty, isn't it? Kirsty, who did the Buy a Tapestry with all the young people and the members of the community, which we put up and unleashed on the Friday. The photographic exhibition by the once thought of Dutch photographer, young Archie Farquharson. Turns out he's about as Dutch as I am. Do you know what I mean? He's about as Dutch as I am, but he's got up there, he's Dutch, so he's Dutch. That's not Dutch, by the way, in case people out there thinking Ed doesn't know Dutch. I've been to Amsterdam. I played in Amsterdam. I mean, I really played in Amsterdam. Anyway, so all the artists there, you know, look at the list. There's going to be loads of stuff on Facebook, loads of stuff from the various venues. The Citadel, which is the new home of Doorway, and Joe, and they're opening today, which is the Thursday, but this is going on Friday. But so they opened yesterday, so good luck with that new venture and all the team there at Doorway, wonderful people. And the Revo, which was, we did the Friday night gig on, unfortunately COVID took it from itself and it was closed for the whole weekend, but we relocated to the S.H.O.P, Social Hub of Positivity, in Emery Gate, so no problem there. The Three Crowns, Linda, Butcher and all the team up there, I hear that was a fantastic success, so joyous, well done. Fred Gusket and everyone at the cause, much appreciated. Great crack at the Flying Monk with Justin and Sam and all the Sue Bennett and all the good people up there. What a crack that was. Going to talk a little bit more about that to James, because I've got a very special guest. I say a very special guest. I think everyone's special, okay? Well, nearly everyone. James, you ran and of course the old road. I'll come to that in a minute. We had a great occasions up there. You ran. This is James Levan, everyone. Hello, James. Hello to yourself.
That's myself.
You're very fantastic job. Not only did James run the Flying Monk venue, he also performed on a nightly basis. And if anyone knows James as a musician, you'll know he's a talent in his own right. So we were double blessed having someone that could do the sound really well and perform really well. So it's a double joy. Also turns out Kingsley Walker, I'll be talking to in a while, can do the same. We're kind of blessed around this area. Anyway, James, how are you doing?
I'm alright. You?
Absolutely. I'm going to have some coffee, so you just say anything you want to until I burn my lips.
Okay.
How was it? How was the Unlock Reset Festival?
It was okay. Yeah.
Okay, Jesus, James.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, it was good. It was good. It was.
Cut. Forget it. Whoa. Okay. Do you know about publicity? How do you promote things?
Oh, it was great. No, it was good. We had a few technical hitches.
Yeah.
But
yeah. What was that?
That
was some.
And that was operator error on Saturday. I
Yeah.
don't mind everything.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed to some of the mics were popping from there on in, so I had to test the kit. But
yeah. Okay, so we're intent. I spoke to Justin, the wonderful Justin at the Flying Monk, and he and Fred Gusket and various venues are up for making it an annual event. How about yourself? I mean, obviously we look at the gear. What about yourself? And also the various bands. What's happening with your bands?
Well, with the Tincturing Crows, I'm with son is gone off to get married. He's back now, so we'll be back rehearsing with them. And obviously, I'm rehearsing with Martin and Dave now. So
Martin Kay, what a
Martin
legend!
Kay,
He came in and played in the shop.
Oh, did he? Oh, brilliant!
He's amazing,
Yeah.
Martin Kay. And did you get one of his beautiful iron handcrafted keyrings?
Yeah.
He asked me if you could give me the money for them. He said they were.
Fair enough.
Now that you've had it, he said let me use it for a while.
I said, let me use it for a while.
He's multi-talented, hasn't he? As you are. Luther as well, isn't he?
His memory for the history of music and rock and roll stuff is just amazing.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's great. And in that setup, I'm just winging it. I'm just making it up. So it's kind of improvisation, which is lovely to do. And the pressure's off a bit because I don't feel I'm in charge so much as in the Crows.
Yeah.
And obviously I've got a solo thing as well, which I'm trying to work up. Writing a few songs. Got 2 songs that are kind of coming to me at the moment. So at the same time, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So
has it been quite a positive experience for you then?
yeah, definitely. I mean, I know, as I said, I had a few problems, and you might have seen I was a bit stressed, but I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
I thought you were just on the come down from the night before.
Well, on the Monday, I was a bit knackered, but all right. It was good. It was good fun, and there was a lot. Like I say, lots of talent playing. So that's cool.
Any particular highlights? I know I don't want you to pick one over the other, but any sort of favourite memories from the Flying Monk?
Well, it's always nice to see Harmony. So
Harmony Asia?
She's
well, her name comes up a lot in this very podcast.
Okay.
She was supposed to be here, but she's had a jab today.
Well,
she's doing that Bristol gig on Friday, but this will be going out Friday, but we can still say whatever it is, the heads up for Jake Coleman's friend over in Bristol, so we'll be doing that on Friday.
Well, she's really easy to mix because she just doesn't, she's got perfect mic technique. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It was good. So I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, although I might not look as if I'm enjoying it. I am.
You look like a bit of a miserable get if you don't know what we say. So, what else? Who else did you have playing there? You had what's Jacob Collins' band called? They're great. Fables, yeah.
Yes, they were good. Now that was they were. They were.
The night when you had the problem with the PA. Oh, bless them. Sorry about that, guys. But hey.
Yeah.
Stuff beginning with S happens.
Yeah, I feel guilty about that.
Well, what can you do unless you did it deliberately? Did you do it deliberately?
Yeah. No.
Okay. But yeah.
No, but
what about Kane Polistroni?
Oh golly, yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
I mean, he's 21.
Is he?
Now he happens to have a very talented father, so not saying that he gets it all because he's quite different from his father, except for because he did the shop gig as well. Right. Except for he's a great guitarist like his father. He's a very original songwriter, which is fantastic. When they came in and did the shop on the Saturday, I think it was, I said to Tony, who I know from back in the 80s, when my bands were lucky enough to be banging around at the same time as Tony Polistroni and the legends that were Hard Times with Del Finch, bless him, and Jeff Grundy and Danny Foster. They were, legendary around Chippenham at the time. But I said to Tony, wow, that guitar sounds fantastic. What is it? It's got TP, I should have known really, inlaid to the head. It's like, he said, Tony Polistroni obviously made it. I went, you didn't even know, you're a bit of a luthier, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
You make instruments. So Tony doesn't, but does. Did you see, he made that guitar. Yeah, Tony, who was in the audience. He's made he showed me loads of stuff. It's amazing. We'll get meet him. His stuff is incredible. You make and repair guitars and give lessons as well, don't you?
I do, yes. The lessons start again on the 19th of September for me.
What lessons are they, particularly?
Guitar lessons.
Yeah. Do you do ukulele as well? Or?
Not. I used to.
Yeah.
I don't have any ukulele students at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's all guitars. It's great. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I've got one Zoom lesson actually on the 17th. So,
right. Do you think you could put some details about how to contact James Levan if they want a guitar lesson? He's a great guitarist, this man. Great person. Right, I'll leave it there because we've got a few more people we're going to interview, but I'm going to say thank you once again, James Levan. Check him out on our various platforms. You'll hear clips, see whatever, but also the details about how to get musical instruments. We're also hoping to do a project with Doorway, if all things be equal, which is our cigar box guitars to make them with the participants and come up with a sort of like little choir. Anyway, thank you, sir, you bloody legend. I will see you. If you put the money in for that,
Okay. It was 50 quid, wasn't it?
James Levan, everyone. Thank you very much, James. Cheers. We're back on now in the S.H.O.P, Social Positivity, with another fantastic guest who, like James, was both a support as far as the technical aspect went, but also as a performer, and it was a massive revelation, not revelation, because I knew how talented, I know you're talented. Seeing one thing that your mum sent me before was like brilliant, but I've never seen you play live, and that is actually an experience. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know this man, I know this goes out to various other countries, bizarrely, this is Kingsley Walker, who's a polymath. Yeah, and if you don't know what that is, yeah, I can't spell it, so you look it up. I'm telling you, this man is multi-talented, and I'm being totally serious. Kingsley, how the devil are you, sir?
I'm so good. I had such a great weekend.
And we did, because of you. You tell me where were you? So you were at the Rosencrown. Listen to me, hello Rosencrown, who weren't even involved at the Old Road, and
Yes.
The Cause.
Yeah, I wound up doing the tech for the Old Road after Kieran sorted me out, set me up with Lindsay.
Lovely
so,
Kieran Moore,
love it.
Sheer Music, who were also part of the promotion of these events.
So I'm just really lucky that he recommended me to
Yeah.
Lindsay, and I was obviously free to be able to do it. So I went up and set up there. But on Friday night, I played up at the Cause at the
Yeah.
Music Cafe for the Music Cafe.
For the Music Cafe, and this yeah, on the poster, the Cause. If you don't know the Cause, check that out. That's a fantastic multiplex of great art and community stuff.
Fantastic venue.
Yeah. So how was that? How was the Music Cafe at the Cause?
It was great. Music Cafe is always great because Fred, rather than it's not so much an open mic when he puts on the Music Cafe, he likes to curate his acts and just kind of make sure that he's got a nice kind of diverse range.
Yeah.
So we end up with some fantastic musicians,
Yeah.
but also a mix of fantastic established musicians, but also some people who have never done it before,
Yeah.
playing with other
Perfect.
people and playing to. What happens normally is that because of that curation, the audience is very engaged,
Yeah.
and that they give the time to these musicians.
yeah.
And it's a fantastic place to cut your teeth, I think, playing music. So I played a couple of songs there and I loved that. And then I was at the Old Road for the rest of the weekend. So on Saturday night we had two fantastic bands, two math rock bands. The headliners, Let's Swim, Get Swimming, great guys.
The one from Swindon, originally.
They were in Swindon.
Yeah,
the
but I
night
think one of
before.
them's actually got a Swindon connection.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom.
he does. Yeah.
Lovely lads. I got to meet them, but how were they? What was the night
It was
like?
just great. Because Freakers came on first, so I believe we're a local band.
Guy, isn't it?
Down.
Guy
I
Britton,
believe so.
Tom Mallard, the Riverbank Studios partner in business. So every time they think they're married, who wouldn't marry Tom Mallard? But carry on, sorry, bud.
They were great, and Let's Swim Get Swimming were fantastic, and they brought some t-shirts and their records along, and I just thought it's got to be done. But it was really interesting because they didn't have any vocals, but their music is so intricate.
Right.
You can tell they've really practiced together.
Yeah,
It's really interesting to see that sort of band
Yeah.
in Chippenham at the Old Road.
Yeah.
Really great to have them along, as they said that they might try and fit a warm-up show in Chippenham into their tour later in the year, so that'd be great if they can sort that
Yeah,
out.
man.
And
Definitely.
then we had the open mic on Sunday night, which
Yes.
was incredible, so I got to do a few songs there, and that was great. But as ever, Brian leads a great session at the open mic, and we had some brilliant acts, including one person, Megan, who had never performed before.
Wow.
I think 14 years old, came with her dad.
Wow.
She sang two songs, a Dodie song and something by someone else. Which absolutely just, it was really, really special moment watching somebody perform like that for the first time.
Yeah, I agree. It's a privilege, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's also a privilege when you've got people like yourself who are able to sympathetically mix. Because hello, how you doing? In the years that it's good being in the shop. In the years when I was in a band in London, I always made it my duty or honour to thank the sound and the lighting people at all the venues, because you know yourself, they're intrinsic to how good. If they don't care, or they're not invested in what you're doing, they don't. They see thousands of bands over the course of their thing, so they can get really bored. But I think it's really important. So getting a sympathetic lighting person in any of this, wherever the venue is, But like James Levan, you also were able to step up on the Sunday. Jacob Collins at his guitar. That's the first time I've seen you, or always had the privilege of witnessing you play live. So, and it's interesting because it's quite I mean, we'll put some stuff out hopefully, and people will get to know Kingsley Walker for not just his music but his everything else. And then also at the Flying Monk.
Yeah.
So you did. I saw you twice, and by the time I was going to say, I was shouting out requests of your original songs. Thinking, wow, they stuck. I loved it. I think we won't be able to. If I think I filmed whatever I filmed of you at the Old Road, I didn't even try to attempt to at the Flying Monk because I think either I laughed so much that it would be inaudible what you did. At the I'll have a look, but we're going to put stuff up. We're going to put a big show out and bits in our open mic. So this is going out Friday, but tonight is Wednesday. We'll be putting snippets from the shows and stuff we did in the atrium on the 21st, as well as the Soul Sneeze. You know, Will Lawton and the Alchemist, the video that we produced in the summer. I don't know, it wasn't the summer, was it? It was lockdown anyway. So that's on the show, but we'll get a look at that. What else have you got coming up? Because we want to invest in you doing a play for next year. We talked about this because Kingsley is also a playwright. Can you tell just people what the string to your bows are?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done theatre for a little while. Over the past couple of years, I've really been focusing on my music.
Yeah.
And I think back to the start of since lockdown. Very easy for us to kind of think, nothing's happened. I haven't got anything done. And to an extent, I have felt like that. But I've also had the opportunity to kind of sit back and think, what projects do I really want to finish? And I've been able to finish some of my songs, which I was able to play over the weekend and kind of get to the end of them. So I really enjoyed that. But as you were saying, I came out of school after doing lots of theatre and drama. And this has come from the joy of running the lighting and the sound desk. It's a lot of fun. My brother's an actor as well.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Lots of theatre in the family, but he's a screen actor really.
Yeah.
He loves his theatre, but he loves working on the screen as well.
Yeah.
But so out of school, I was able to go on a short course for directing, and I created a play up at the Cause. Fred commissioned a play about the First World War, because there's a plaque up in the Cause about the Chippenham Brotherhood of local soldiers who gave their lives in the First World War, and something which is very difficult for me in this 100 years later to comprehend really what they went through. And so the process was about trying to sympathise, empathise with what some of these people, some of the families went through. So we put on a great play up at the Cause, and we were able to take it to Bristol and to
Edinburgh. Yeah, I was going to say to Edinburgh as well.
Well,
we've doing, you know.
It was a really tough experience, and it was a bit of a learning curve for me.
Yeah.
I, at the time, this was 2014, 2015, I fell victim to, which is something I'm sure that we all fall victim to in our artistic lives, is trying to take on too much responsibility. Yeah. I wasn't, because it was my baby, I didn't want to let anybody else help me, and looking back, I would obviously do things differently now, but it's important.
Delegation is an art. Everyone says they think that I'm someone that just passes stuff off, but just exactly what you said, I learned at quite a young age, that you'll just get swamped. Yeah. And the bit that you would probably prefer to do, not because it's easiest, in your case, you wrote, directed, and produced, right? Well, it isn't. Okay, here's the thing. So I did very similar, nothing as grand as what you did back in the day with your mother. Yeah, we did a one-act play for a one-act play competition. We were asked by someone, so you should enter this. So we put something together, we rehearsed, and we put it on. And I think that lasted about 15 minutes. That play. How long was your? Because not length doesn't qualify for being better or worse. But that was hard enough. Just doing it in a recognised little play festival in another town along the 15 minutes down the road. For you to produce that in an incredible venue in Chippenham, to take it to Bristol, I've taken stuff to Edinburgh.
It's tough.
It is absolutely. It's of course it's a massive energetic thing, but you're as likely to play in front of no one as you are to play in front of each other.
Yeah.
And it's such a you know, everyone has, and this is the thing about performance, particularly performers, we all imagine a full house, don't we? When we're playing music, when we think we're going to do a gig, we imagine, you know, full venues and everyone lighting candles or screaming fans, exactly. You know, I've been screaming fans, but get off. It's really heart destroying. I've had a heart attack. It's really complex, but to be part of one of those aspects, so all the responsibility, and I know I totally empathise why you do it, because it's like, you know, are people as invested in this as possible? Are they going to commit to it as much? What bit can you expect of people in goodwill if you haven't got a big budget to do stuff? So if you're not paying professionals, you're collaborating. And collaboration is really important because actors need writers and writers need producers, etc. If everyone works in a really cohesive way, you have a great product. But when you feel, this is kind of, I talked to you about Brotherhood as well. I remember you actually produced the book, didn't you?
Yes, it's on Amazon to this day.
This you know what I'm saying, people, this is amazing. I don't think, I get it that you kind of don't think, it's like, this is amazing that you do that. I remember, I didn't even know what age you were. Do you remember Tony Seeger, bless him, who he
still sorts me out with guitars.
Of course, yeah, I'm sure, an inspirational guitar player and lovely family as well. So he composed a piece called Hobgoblin for Bash Street, and I remember you did a video, didn't you? Record it?
Tag team with my dad.
Yes, that's right. Your dad's also a very a creative person, as I say. He's a very established creative person, musician, and what's he do? He's an American in cinema.
He works. He's a director of training now for a company that make animation software.
Wow.
For Cinema 4D, I think it is that they make.
Perfect.
And
you come from a long line. I mean, as I know, essentially your family are responsible for giving me lots of activities. Activities. You in the corner, play with this. We're talking. No, opportunities. I'm going to say opportunities. Opera. No, seriously, absolutely. So many different. Your granddad got me into jazz. Your great granddad was a fantastic musician who I got the
pianist, wasn't
pianist. Yeah. I got the luxury to see play down in Barnstable. Stuff like that. So you know, I'm really aware, and your dad, that you've got a kind of which doesn't make what you are any easy to explain, because you do even more diverse things. So we're very keen as an organisation to support that, but also to support you. So that's what we're talking about potentially. I don't want to bust you over it now, a year to go to the next festival, but
so we are going to do it again next year.
Oh God,
holiday weekend.
Yeah. Every year, I just want to get the Neil Hall and the parks as well. Get
an outside stage.
Yeah, I'm just saying that to people out there.
John Cole's Park. We're gonna get John Cole's Park, everybody.
I'd love to play on the bandstand.
Yeah,
that's a dream.
So originally, back in the day, I was trying to organise that with Chippenham. This is before this debacle. Chippenham Town Council back in the day, and then Chipfest did it after Brian and Andy Thatcher from Chippenham FN ended up doing it on the stage there, but we were going to do it as well, but we will do it next year with all the things. So come by hook or by crook, we will reclaim the parks. Outside event, but wouldn't it be interesting if we could also, because I want to mix it up, we might even combine our film festival at the same time, so it's brilliant. A multitude of things, because you do film as well, so your brother's an actor, got lots of local filmmakers. This is a great thing about this place, you know.
So many talented people in Chippenham, and it's great that you're celebrating it and giving people a platform to do it. And that's what I love so much about this weekend, was especially doing sound.
Yeah.
I found it so personally gratifying to be able to work with all these fantastic musicians from the local area, performing original tunes, performing covers, really interesting ways. We've got so much talent around.
Yeah, I think totally. I'm glad you think, because often, as you can imagine, we all go to London, I guess, or not all of us, but we go to other places, some to university, art college, or whatever it is, drama college in my particular case, but whatever. Gravitate back here because it was, like I said, you know, how old were we? 18, 19 when we did our play and thing, and then 2 years later I was taking a play up to Edinburgh, all around that sort of era. Because everyone, it wasn't a case of we had Gold Diggers as well, we put stuff on there, but we used the Neild Hall, we used the Rotary Hall now, but it was the Liberal Club, we used the Village Halls, we used the anywhere and everywhere. It wasn't a thing not to do it. We ran a club at the, me and Luci Alberti, bless him, wonderful geezer, over at the cattle market.
Cool.
Because it had a bar there, and we had an alternative thing. Yeah, we had an alternative club to Gold Diggers because we were into alternative music. So there was a place, and that was well frequented. We had it for 6 weeks every summer. Well, just stuff like that. Yeah. But isn't it amazing? Hence the cause, such a great place.
Beautiful venue.
3 Crowns.
Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? What a fantastic, and a beer festival happened at the same time. I mean, we're blessed. Yeah. But we're blessed to have the future with people like yourself. I want to say on behalf of Can Do Arts, mate, what a pleasure it was working with you. We look forward to, and hopefully getting this play off the ground, if you want to do it, a collaboration piece. Kingsley Walker, you are a legend, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so next on the show, on the SH.O.P, the Social Love and Positivity, we have an extraordinary, wonderful person. You see how I've changed the description to get bigger and bigger. I'm going to learn more words for next week. I'm not. This is Tom Mallard, everyone. Now, most people in Chippenham would know Tom Mallard. Hopefully they'd know them from such things as Riverbank Studios with Guy and himself have been running for years. But for us, he's been working with Can Do for the last year, sort of thing, all the way through the pandemic, certainly, isn't it? Something like that.
It's about a year.
Yeah, it seems like, anyway, the pandemic's mental, I don't even know what day it is anymore. But, so you've been doing that as well, but also helping us put on this extraordinary event, the Unlock Reset Festival, which, to be fair, couldn't have done it without you, Annie Trafford Walker, and all the team at Can Do, but you particularly and Annie were able to keep the whole thing going, and also do sound, move PAs, bring in some fantastic people to play, which we'll talk about in any second. But, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Mallard. Tom, how are you?
Still tired?
Yeah, so this is Wednesday. We only finished really packing up yesterday. In fact, you were still packing stuff today, weren't you? In the shop?
Yeah, still this morning.
Doing the PA?
Yeah. Could have slept better as well, to be fair. But I think it's my fault.
Yeah, Yeah, we did kind of tear the ass out of it, as we say back in wherever that comes from. Good crack, actually, didn't we? At late nights at the Flying Monk, etc. But you also did the sound at the Old Road, as well as the Citadel.
Yeah.
But the sound at the Old Road on the Friday evening, give us a little taste of how that went.
Yeah, it was great. 4 acts in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Songbird Secret, Harmony Asia with Lindsay Elliott and Frank Bradley, and then the wonderful Will Lawson and the Alchemist, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
So different to Will, like as a solo musician.
Yeah.
Come in, it's great. Yeah.
They're crazy, beautiful people. Obviously, we also made the Soul video with them, a Soul Sneeze video, which is going out. By the way, I'm just telling you because this show's going out on Friday, but this is Wednesday tonight on the open mic. We did a premiere.
We premiered it, before the set as well.
Yeah, so we premiered it at the Old Road on Friday. So if you weren't there, not a problem, because tonight, well, no, what am I talking about? It's in past tense. Oh my God, this world of social media.
They can still watch it.
They can still watch it, of course they can. It's on YouTube, Facebook. You can hear it on Spotify. Not particularly useful, but you can still hear it. But it is on the open mic, Can Do Arts open mic. So look for that, and you'll see this wonderful video that we all collaborated on. Back to you anyway. So Friday night? Good? Big crowd as well, which always makes a difference, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the first sort of almost normal night that we've had. Anyway.
Well, 21st, we did the same thing on the 21st, to be fair to us.
Was it the same sort of crowd?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I there?
I don't know, you were doing something.
Isolating.
Oh, that's it, you were isolating. Yes, you were. What are we talking about? Yes, you were. Same as Tom Deedigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. I was going to think, actually, why weren't you there? But we have filmed that as well, but the way it was filmed on Friday was from the back, so you we encapsulated the whole thing. Then you could see the video and stuff when we did the 21st. But you'll get an idea. Yeah, it was. But here's the difference. For the 21st, we didn't have the Alchemists. We just had Will, which is fantastic in itself. And what was that brilliant guitarist that Will Lawton had with him? The Argentinian guy, but he sounds good. He's got a German name. It's a competition now. If you can write into candu-arts.com and tell us who the wonderful guitarist was, it'll come to me as you're saying somewhere else. But yeah, but Friday night, because we did the gig at Revo, which is great crack, and I got there just as Brian Reed was doing his Can-Do inspired Kids on Fire poem, which is beautiful. It breaks me every time he does that. And then I saw Harmony on her own do a couple, but to be fair, I've seen her right across the weekend, so I was very fortunate. The only time I didn't see it was at the Citadel, I think, and with Lindsay, but Lindsay did the gig here. Yeah, it was a superb evening.
Well, yeah, that was a busy one, because I set up at Revo.
You set up at Revo, you did the PA, this is the guy, right? You did the PA at Revo, you did the PA at the shop the day before. PA at the shop, so we started with Will, remember the day before?
Yeah.
You did that, you did the Revo, we then set up the one at the Citadel, did the sound at Old Road, did the sound at the Citadel, and party! I don't really dance often anymore, as you can tell why. I get chafed nipples. But, man boobs! What a good crack that was. Anyway, what were your personal highlights?
I'm trying to remember all. Oh, Saturday night at the Old Road. So that was something that we'd sort of had a bit planned anyway. So
With the lovely sheer music and Kieran Moore. Wonderful man. Yeah,
so it coincided really well. It was like perfect to work together.
Yeah.
So I thought I saw them off. It's the leaves.
Leaves, yeah. There was a bat in here the other day.
Yeah.
There's a bat. Did you see
saw it?
Yeah, me too.
Well, a few days before you.
Yeah, that's right as well.
Yeah.
There's apparently two. Just beautiful, but probably not good for the bat. Why are they up at that time of the day? That's never good. Yeah.
What was I saying?
About Saturday night.
Yeah. So it worked out well that we could kind of cross promote it.
Yes, absolutely. So nice broadened the flavour altogether. The recipe.
Yeah. Let's Swim, Get Swimming.
Yeah.
Who I've been wanting to put on in Chippenham for ages anyway.
Yeah.
So I was really happy when Kieran said, "Can you help run that night?"
Yeah.
And we booked Longcoats to open for them. They had an isolation thing as well, like 4 days before. Who came into a place?
Freakers, guys band.
Yeah, and Jack Moore.
Yeah.
Carl McKenna. So
yeah.
They're all people that come from Riverbank, really.
Yeah.
And that's how we met Jack. That's how I met everyone in Longcoats.
Yeah.
It's been good. It was good to kind of be able to approach them now that they're a bit older and sort of just in the music industry. So
Jack's been doing lots, hasn't he? We did a documentary with him when he played for 50 Shades of Punk. Do you ever see him do that?
No. Well, wait.
When we started that project, he was the drummer.
Them.
He was the drummer. He wasn't by the time we actually made the
Club
documentary.
or something.
Yeah.
I think I was there.
Yeah, he's a hell of a musician. He's all round, isn't he?
Yeah. We brought him loads and loads and loads of videos.
Yeah, I saw him do a thing at the Neils Hall for one of those area board things when the area boards sit there just about to get rid of the youth service and quite look around as if they care about what is going on with young people. If Terry Wogan was here, he'd be saying, "Fuck you, mother." He wouldn't say that. It's Terry Wogan. He's brilliant. And so you also brought along Kane. We got the wonderful Kane Polistroni, who again, people, you've got to check this geezer out and his guitars and his guitar playing, amazing.
He's Wonder Glue on Spotify.
Yeah.
Which it's really cool actually. I was using it. I was playing it on PA in between bands on Sunday.
Yeah.
Really, really nice music. Mostly like
Wonder Glue, Maya. Can you put that up as a thing for Kane Polistroni? Amazing. And also the details of the chords as well. Put the details of the chords. Riverbank, of course. And his fantastic guitars that his dad makes. But yeah, he was great. he was great here, and I saw him at the at Flying Monk. But I have to say that your mate Tim
Ledwich.
What an absolute genius!
Yeah,
And he killer. Absolutely, he's a poet. You got to check this guy out. We've got him on various things on our Facebooks. But he on it, wasn't it? A bizarre, beautiful experience.
It's so moving.
Isn't it?
It'd take you up and down.
Yeah, I mean, beautifully. His performance, the words, the nature of what he talks about. It's simultaneously seems to be quite light and not very deep, but it's actually quite profound. And then he, so we saw him. Was it twice we saw him that day? Because he did a warm-up gig in here, and he killed us in the shop. And then later on, I found myself hysterical, laughing. I thought, is this some kind of mind trick this guy's doing? He's just so very approachable as well.
Yeah.
How long have you known? Now it's even better that he came from Chippenham.
I've known him years. Yeah. He was a year above me at school. His brother was in my tutor group.
Yeah.
So we always hung out.
Yeah.
That's going back to when I was 15.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. He was something else. I was such a. As you said, it was a rich tapestry. What a great recipe of all that. But when you stood back and realised that people were really quite local, even, was it Let's Swim, Get Swimming?
Yeah, drummers from Swindon.
Drummers from Swindon, isn't it? So, in the area, let alone in the town, I was going to say we have a saturation. Can you get too much talent?
Yeah, it's really funny actually. Freakers were saying after that they recognised Tom, the drummer from Let's Swim, from an old metal band that was around here. So they played at 11s, must be, 10, 12 years ago, something like that. And Guy did the sound for that gig.
Wow.
So yeah, kind of goes back.
Yeah. There's a lot of and rightly so, a lot of collaboration and lots of different types of musicians and artists, painters, photographers, poets, filmmakers. We are absolutely blessed. What we now need is a kind of, I don't know, like an infrastructure, like a council that can cope with all the fresh blood and talent that we've got, yeah? Like we can use the Neald Hall every year for free, just like other organisations. And the town's parks, let's do it in the John Coles Park. Let's book it now, John Coles Park, for Bank Holiday weekend next year and every year for the Unlock Reset Festival. Because that's part of the reset, you see. Resetting from the old failings of all our local institutions that don't quite match up and don't quite know what they should know what they're doing, but they don't listen sometimes, unfortunately, but they will. Glory be, they will. Glory be, they will. Anything that's coming up with Riverbank besides taking over the Neald Hall, so we have a community centre for the community. What? Because you're still operating out of the cellar of the Sharp in Emery Gate, which of course we know won't last forever. You obviously are welcome to use the Can Do studio. I love collaborating with you, but we do need to get you a good venue. I'm thinking, what about the Olympiad again, but also the Neald Hall? Huh? How are you thinking about that? The Olympiad, would you go back there?
Being out of it actually is kind of, well, we used to moan while we were there because it's a shared space, and sometimes it'd be like, there's karate going on downstairs, and sometimes there wasn't, so we'd have kids come on some days, and it's like, we can't go through the hall, what do we do? Sometimes there were some noise issues when it was a new group that were using the hall downstairs, and we had like 3 bands making a racket upstairs. And access to the space and little things. But
so if we took over the Neald Hall, we could have dedicated rooms so that our young people were actually validated. Instead of like the old, I don't know if you've seen this old car park that used to be the Bridge Centre where we used to do all this youth work together, or at the same time doing independent stuff. We need, the Neald Hall's perfect. We could take over the cafe, have a social cafe, social hub there, and those rooms that are there. See, I worked out that probably through the pandemic, most of the people that work for the town council probably were at home hiding. So they don't even need those offices. We could use those offices as well, right? And if you then take the